Hi, I'm Akai Kote, beauty content creator and YouTuber.
And I'm Sasha Oko, brand owner of So Aesthetic Makeup and a beauty enthusiast.
Welcome to Beauty in Town.
This episode is sponsored by Blue Nan 24 Karat Edible Gold Prosecco.
Hi, welcome to Beauty in Town, and my name is Sasha Oko.
And I'm Akai.
Hi, how have you been?
Hi, Sasha. I'm good. How are you?
Very well. How was your weekend?
It was actually quite uneventful.
Really?
Yeah, I did nothing. I like doing nothing sometimes on weekends.
Yeah. For me, with the children and everything, it's quite hard to have a quiet weekend. But yeah, I can agree.
You ship them off to your mother's house?
No, they like staying at home.
Oh, that's
because
nice.
They have everything in the house. So
and your kids are
older, yes. So and some of them
easier.
have exams, so we're going through an exam mood at the moment.
I think my husband and I sometimes just enjoy not having kids yet.
When it comes, just be ready.
Yeah, so like we just enjoy being alone and being quiet at home. Yeah.
I don't remember the last time I had that.
You enjoy that.
But yes.
Yeah.
So today, guys, thank you so much for watching us. And there's a topic that, it's been trending. And Akai and I spoke about it, and we thought it would be nice to talk about it with you guys. The soft life. What is soft life?
Soft. Okay, so
it's a phrase that they've been using a lot, throwing it all over social media.
People love a soft life. So there's soft life, soft glam, soft aesthetic, TikTok.
But what does that mean? Is it just chilling?
I mean, well, social media will tell you that it's living a very expensive, luxurious life. But obviously with luxury, it's very relative. What you find as luxurious, I probably will not find luxurious. And like the little things that I may do and find as luxurious, you probably don't. I mean, not you personally, but the next person will not find the luxurious. But Sasha, before we go into the episode, we allow people to send us dilemmas. If you guys have any dilemmas that you want to share with us, beautyintownGH@gmail.com. Send us your dilemmas. It could be beauty related, fashion. Look, we have a fashion queen here. Lifestyle, anything. Just send us your dilemmas. Obviously, they'll be anonymous. I have one that I'm going to read. We'll just answer before we go into the main episode. It's quite a short and it's long, a bit long. So I'm going to call this person Mascara. So she said, I come from a family where one side of the family is lighter due to having a mixed grandmother. My father's side of the family is dark skinned and I inherited that. And not my mom's side of the family, which is light skinned. My cousins are mostly fair and mixed, and for some reason I'm the only one who's dark skinned. My complexion is beautiful and I love my skin color. But I keep getting unsolicited comments from family about how dark my skin is, and I'm considering bleaching to fit in with the family. What should I do? How do I overcome this battle with my family? Because I'm on the verge of either insulting someone or just bleaching my skin. Sasha, what do you think?
I think that it's just easy. I'm like, ignore the noise. Once you know you're beautiful and you're confident, you shouldn't let your family members or your friends, put your spirit down. My mom has 8 siblings, and 3 out of them, actually 4 of them are light skinned, because my mom's father was mixed race and my mom's grandfather was white.
Oh, wow.
And then my mom has a sister who they're identical, and she's light skinned and my mom is dark. They look exactly the same. And I don't know, we haven't had this conversation before. I don't know how my mom felt having lighter siblings and she was dark, but she seems to be very fine and very confident. So I think, that makes it even more special. The fact that you actually don't look like your family members, that makes it even more special. So my advice is that don't abuse anyone because they're ignorant. They don't know any better. And just stay true to yourself and continue being beautiful. And yeah, and don't be influenced by social media because they're just human beings as well. And what else?
Yeah, I guess find people who are also dark skinned like you to follow, who love their skin. Like people like.
And this era, black is so beautiful.
People,
look at all the
so
models,
influencers and stuff that
even
love
makeup
their
products
skin.
now they cater for literally every dark shade. Even though some people might complain, those who complain are just being difficult because makeup is all about mixing, shading, highlighting. So you can definitely find your color on the market unless you're just being, petty.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I was going to add that follow like influencers who are dark skinned, loving their skin. So Nima Tang, Whitney, No Ordinary Noir. There's so many.
Who's Whitney?
Whitney Madueke. She does makeup. She's slim.
Okay.
She's a New Yorker.
Okay.
But they are very beautiful black influencers to follow.
But even this part of the world, West Africa, there's a lot of dark skin.
Well, there's also that as well. Yeah, like be true to yourself. You know, the thing is also it's almost like a trend thing because as we're growing, people are starting to appreciate like really dark skinned people, and dark is going to be in.
It is in. It is in.
So yeah, try and filter out the noise. And I mean, if family is going to be difficult, but just try and focus, like filter out the noise, and you'll be fine. I promise you, you'll be fine. Yeah. So I guess, okay. So at this point, we're going to talk about our favorite products in our makeup stash. Not makeup, our beauty stash. Like, what are you loving right now?
I'm not loyal.
Sasha, you have a lot of products.
I have too many products. But right now, I'm using a product called Revive. Apparently, it's an American brand. It's great for all skin types. It's good for hydration. It's good for blemishes. It's great for anti-aging. It's this oil, but it's not oily. And I use it in the evening, and I'm seeing amazing results. Maybe because I paid so much for it in my head. I feel like it's working, but personally, I think it's working. Because one of my issues when I'm buying skincare is always about blemishes and, you know, anti-aging. I'm always looking for, you know, products that have anti-aging properties in it, and, you know, feels good, smells good, and I can see results.
So the name of the oil is Revive?
The brand is called Revive,
okay.
But I don't remember what exactly it said, but it's called Revive.
Okay.
Yes, it's a good brand, a brand I'm really enjoying. Body-wise, I'm using between R&R and Clarins Body Milk. It's just a cream I've been using. I love it so much. And when it comes to perfumes, no loyalty at the moment. Sorry, excuse my earrings falling off. There's no loyalty perfumes. I have quite a few, so I just spray however I feel. And yeah, that's about it really.
So I think for me,
and obviously, so aesthetic.
Shameless plug. I would say Noquaret body butters. I've been talking about this product on my Instagram all the time.
Yes.
But I appreciate the fact that we have a skincare brand that is moving from just making shea butters to like formulating a cream product that is not just shea butter. Because if it's shea butter, I'll go to the market and go and buy it. But this is like formulated.
And is it made in Ghana?
Yeah, it's made in Ghana. Yeah, she has a whole team. I think she has a whole team. So this is formulated for hydration, and she has the lightly fragrance one, and then one that's not fragrance. I also love the packaging. It's very pretty in the yellow tube. You mentioned fragrance, and I feel like I was mentioning fragrance. No. Okay, so for fragrance,
recently you've been all over the place.
I know there have been so many launches with Sentopia, and they keep gifting us stuff. I would say JPG, Jean. Let me not butcher the name, but Labelle Intense is a really nice one. Okay. Yeah. So that's what I've been loving.
And are there any new products on the market that you want to try?
What's new? There hasn't been much.
Oh, R&R introduced the
hospitality range. I've tried it. I think I mentioned this in the previous episode. I'm not sure.
Okay.
But if you like the smell of like essential oils, holistic products, you will love it. But if you like sweets, like sweet fragrances and stuff, that's not what it is. It's just mainly essential oils. It's very soothing and calming. It's hydrating to the skin. I like it. I have no problems with it at all. So this is not a product, but I saw that recently Valerie Lawson has launched her program MasterCard.
Yes.
Her
foundation. We work with her as well. So for So Aesthetic, she sent us a few girls to intern to learn how to do makeup, and then after that they get a certificate. Okay. So I know she's working closely with Makeup Ghana as well. Yeah. But yes, so that's
well done, Valerie. Kudos, and we can't wait to see what this turns into.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So Charlie, let's get into the episode. Soft life.
Soft life, I think it's a Gen Z thing.
You think it's a Gen Z? I think it's a millennial thing.
Is it millennial?
The 30 plus girls are killing it too. Like on TikTok, I don't even follow Gen Zs. I follow the 30 plus girls, like those who seem to have like moved from the face of they've gotten their jobs, they know what they want, and they seem to be living their best life. Those are the people I follow. The Gen Zs, I don't follow them. I mean, the Gen Zs have their own, but I follow like girls who are intentionally living, who go on vacations, who do mindful stuff. Those are the people I follow. Yeah.
Interesting.
And I like that. I love to see.
Coming to that, you know, our topic today is about soft life, because it's been a word that has been trending on all social platforms. I think I have used it a few times, but for me, I thought it was just chilling. But I know there's more to it.
Yeah.
We did a bit of research to find out that it actually started off in the Nigerian influencer community. They started, you know, using the phrase a lot.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I read something. It actually says, why is this thing doing to me? It actually says the term soft life originated in the Nigerian influencer community as a slang for living a life of comfort and low stress.
Oh, I love that.
Yes, so that's where the name came from.
I mean, comfort can mean so many different things.
Of course.
Flying first class or like sitting in a jet. But for comfort for someone else is just being able to sit at home with no stress, with no work.
100%. Just your mental health, just being, you know, for me, a soft life is not doing any chores in the house and just relaxing. I don't even need to go on holiday. The fact that I don't need to cook and clean, which I do all the time, that is my soft life.
I think when I got married is when I felt like I was living a soft life. Not because like I was living in a bigger house or I was driving a better car or anything, but I just stopped doing dishes in my mother's house. And like it made me so happy. And I was like, it just made me so happy. I'm like, this is the life I wanted to.
But I think one of your soft lives is you're playing your golf. That's what I'm going to say. Anytime you're saying playing golf, actually there's this phrase that people say that like those who play soft life, those who play golf are like that they have so much money, they don't need to work because it takes a lot of your time.
It does. So the thing about golf, I can't even believe we're talking about golf again in this episode.
But that's soft life. Don't you guys agree?
I mean, you have to be able to make time to play golf because a round of golf ranges from between an hour to 3 or 4 hours. How do I even answer this for it to make sense?
If you have to go to work,
first of all, I'm not even rich, so I don't even fit in the category of those who play golf. And I realized that everyone I play golf with has a job. Everyone is either working corporates, maybe own their business, or they are workers. It's just about making time.
Make time.
So if you want to live a certain life, it's just about making time. And that's what it is. Either wake up at 5 o'clock so you can get to the golf course at 5:30, play till 8 o'clock, shower and go to work. For someone, that's their soft life because they get to make time to do what they want to do. And I mean, for others who don't play golf, think it must be luxurious to be able to spend 4 hours not working and being on the golf course.
It's very intense.
It's
it's a very intense sport, but yeah.
But just like people who wake up and go to the gym.
You're making time. An hour, 2 hours max.
Yeah, but then you can play golf for 2 hours.
You could do
it's
less
just about making time.
Course,
yeah. I mean, I see the women who go and do Pilates, and I'm like, these women are living their best life, but they're just making time for things that they love to do. And
100%.
That's basically what it is.
Speaking of which, when we spoke about soft life, I mean, I'm a home person, so I enjoy being home. So for me, soft life is just making sure my home is comfortable. And, you know, I live in a small house, but make sure it's comfortable, you know. And comfort is making sure I have nice bed sheets or bed linen, nice food to eat.
Nice Prosecco to drink.
Prosecco. And the interior is livable, you know, lighter, brighter, spacious. And
hey, you're surprised what it's like decluttering your home can do for you.
Yes. Decluttering is, yes. And even just appreciating art. I am an art collector, just a small art collector. But even just appreciating art, local art in my house, I can sit there and just appreciate, you know, and just just browsing online, having internet is a soft
It's
life.
a soft life. Listen, when the internet goes off my house, it drives me crazy.
Yes.
It does.
So for me, soft life is just, you know, decluttering. You know, one of my hobbies is tidying up my wardrobe. I can do it every day.
Don't want to imagine what your wardrobe looks like.
It's very small because yes, because my weight always fluctuates. So for me to be able to have a functional life, I need to edit my wardrobe to see what fits me, so I can bring it in front. Okay. So in doing so, every week I go through my wardrobe and declutter and put stuff away, things I wouldn't need anymore, things I need to give away. So that's something I enjoy doing. It's a task, but I actually enjoy doing it. I'll start on a Friday.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I guess for me at home, like what I do to, create my own softness is, we are lucky we have like extra rooms, so I just leave the living room and go to the extra room and just be by myself, because my husband loves to talk.
Well, just like me,
go on and on and on, and sometimes I'm like, I just need a minute. Like, I'm tired. My mind is tired. So I either like go into another room, be by myself, just sit and like, either just look into I'm just there by myself.
I noticed that you have your own content room.
Yes, so
that's a luxury. I
wish
I had that.
Oh, you don't have that?
I have no space in my house. I don't have that. That's like one of the things I would love to have, like just a space to create content in my own home. That's something that, I would love to have. Yeah. Because I'm enjoying creating content, but I'm always stuck. If I need to create something, I probably have to wait till my kids have left.
Did you realize that Patricia Bright got a whole apartment just to create content?
I didn't know.
Oh, she did. She did a whole video on like how she wanted her space. So she got an apartment. She rented an apartment.
But I know she's into real estate, and so I'm sure they invested in.
So she got her own space, and it makes sense.
100%.
Especially if like for the kind of work that we do, where you're creating content and you don't want like your kids to be in it, or like you don't want your family home to be in it. It's best to have like your own space.
Because if your brand is about family oriented, it makes so much sense. But if it's not, it's really important to have your own little space, even just the mess. Like anytime people are creating content, you should see behind the camera the mess that is behind, and if you have your own space, you can leave it and come back. But when it's not your own space, you have to tidy up, because you live with people.
Yeah. Sasha, on social media, right, when people are stressed, they can be like, I'm going to take a trip, I'm going abroad, people do all sorts of luxurious
But that's
things.
very expensive.
Very expensive, but that's what we see on social media, and that's what people term soft life anyways.
No, but there are cheaper ways. But even if you're someone who drinks coffee, I think your wellness is everything, taking care of yourself within. So for me, there's cheaper and basic activities that you can do for yourself. If you're someone who drinks a lot of coffee, you can switch to tea. Makes you feel lighter, it doesn't keep you up all night, and it's much healthier.
Yes, healthier.
Sleeping early, and guys, the screen time.
Sasha is in bed by. So what time are you in bed?
Actually, I stay up pretty late.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, because I'm a creative person and I'm multitasking, so I have a lot I have to do, and so evenings is when I get a lot done. So I actually end up sleeping quite late, and I wake up early because I wake up at 5 every morning because of my kids.
Yeah.
But one of the things that you could do is, I've never been a coffee person, but one thing I know is that if you switch from caffeine to regular tea, it's a whole game changer.
Yeah, no, and when you have caffeine, like, if you drink caffeine in the morning, I don't think it's really bad. However, if you drink it like late afternoon.
I love the smell.
I love the smell too. It's actually, coffee is one of the things that when you boil coffee in your kitchen, it kills off like strong odors. It's a way to cleanse your home of strong scents. But I was going to say that if you drink caffeine late in the afternoon, you're going to be so, not agitated, but it's going to be so active when you need to be like calming down for the evening and like, switching things off. I was listening
Screen time.
Listen, screen time is a big one. I know a lot of people would be like, oh, I put my phone away, and then I journal, and I light a candle, and I turn on diffusers. I'm like, listen, I'm going to be realistic. I'm on my phone all the time.
But that's why it's good for you to, I don't know whether I can do it. Unless
That's
I'm
the thing.
asleep.
Like, I'm trying to be realistic with myself. I'm on my phone, I'm looking at the time, I'm like, oh, by 8 o'clock, dear, this phone is going off. But I don't. But then sometimes I have to be forceful and be like, I'm sitting next to my husband. I haven't spoken to him the whole day. I'm on my phone. And I'm like, okay, let's watch a movie together. Yeah. Or let's make popcorn and enjoy popcorn and like recreate like watching a movie in a cinema. Turn on the lights, light some candles. It could be very simple. Stuff like could be very, very simple. But you have to be intentional.
Even the environment you're in, just making your space more comfortable can be a distressing. It can be a form of
Distressing, yeah.
Yeah, it can be a form of distressing.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I realized that even when it comes to like applying your skincare, some people just slap the thing on their faces and go. Take your time to massage the products in. You'd be surprised how like when I'm moisturizing in the morning, it's like a whole massage session for me. I'm like, let me take my time. What am I rushing to? It's going to take me an extra 2 minutes to get this done, or 3 minutes. Let me take my time and enjoy the process. Sometimes I give myself a little hand massage. It makes a little bit of a difference to take your time. Sometimes just take a deep breath.
I think evenings are much easier and better because you're not in a rush to go somewhere. But in the morning, I have a quick way of getting ready in the morning because I'm always running late, so I don't have the luxury to do the most.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, people say, yeah, but I can do my makeup in literally 5 minutes. I don't do heavy makeup. I know exactly. I have a few products I put on my face and I'm good to go. So mornings are quite hard for me. If I know that I'm going somewhere, yes, I'll spend some time. But otherwise, evenings is when I think I have my shower, then I have more time to explore products that I have and experience it more. And I think everybody's busy retiring, everybody's tired either watching TV or just about to go to bed. So I have more time for myself. So evenings is a good time for me.
You know, one of the things that I started doing that has made a big difference for me, when I was a bit younger, I think I got it from my mom. My mom is always in a hurry to do things. Like, we are going somewhere, hurry up and let's go. We are late, we are doing this, we are doing this. And it gave me so much anxiety when it came to time. So like if you said something like, this is like maybe 3 or 4 years ago, you said something like, we're going somewhere at 10 o'clock. By 10 o'clock I'm there. And no one else is there and I'm there just stressed and upset. And it literally ruins the rest of the night. But now, like, if I have to, I try to be on time. But if like life is not happening and so many things are happening and I can't make, I just sit down for a moment and I'm like, I need to take a deep breath. Like no one's going to die because I'm late. You know what I mean?
For me, I'm always late, but it's still no excuse. I think it's very impolite, but I'm always late. Because anytime you're invited somewhere, everybody happens to be late, but you shouldn't be everybody.
Yeah.
But I just have it in my mind that, listen, everybody's going to be late anyway. Why am I rushing?
Yeah, once in a while, just take it slow because rushing, I mean, there's so many things that can happen when you're rushing.
But even I'm late and I'm still rushing because I'm late. So for me, being late is not that I'm late because I'm just lounging. Yeah. My timing is always so wrong. Things just don't move according to... I'll give myself 2 hours and I'll still be running late. Don't ask me why. Between family calling me on the phone, and if you guys don't already know, I'm a chatterbox. So between chatting to whoever called and just running around back and forth, before you know it, I'm always late.
Yeah.
But I'm going to try my best to do better.
Sometimes it's better to live in the moment. Like,
but it's very impolite. I mean, if I'm having an event, it's not nice to have people come late. So
absolutely.
You shouldn't do the same.
I mean, once in a while, I'm not saying like make it a habit, but like once in a while when, let's say you're always on time, but one time like you're on the phone with someone having a good conversation, don't cut off that conversation because you have to go somewhere.
No, you have to cut it.
No,
you have to cut it.
I just feel like, well, that's just a once in a while. Like, you're having a really good conversation.
No, you know why?
An extra 5 or 10 minutes.
You know, because the conversation, if it's a family or friend, you can come back to it. But if someone has set a time for an event, you can't go and come. You can't decide that you want an event tomorrow. Yeah. But that conversation, you can come back and have that conversation.
I think mine just came from having time anxiety. I think it's a PTSD thing. So now I just like to take it slow sometimes.
Yes.
Yes.
And also just drinking a lot of water and being active. I mean, soft life or being stressful, one of the things that I would advise, the cheaper way of doing things is just drinking loads of water, eating healthy, and being very active, you know, just walking. It's good for your body. Maybe mentally you don't want to do it, but it's something that actually your body needs.
Yeah. The fact that everyone is running or like carrying weights in the gym doesn't mean
even running, I hear, is not good for your knees.
Yeah, you don't have to. Like,
the treadmill.
You can start like very slow. Take a 30-minute walk, even 15-minute walk every day. I think the main thing is doing something consistently. So you're better off walking 15 minutes a day every day rather than trying to run an hour at the gym and then for the next 1 or 2 weeks you cannot go back to the gym because you're not motivated enough. Taking like life really slow is just how you keep going.
100%. And you know, just for the younger ones, you know, don't be caught up on social media and
taking trips.
Yes, soft life. I mean, taking trips is great too.
So
if you have the finance, you know, but sometimes you might have the money, but you have other responsibilities, you know, and it's all about planning, and whatever you plan,
just work towards it. Like,
just
it's
work
all
towards
about baby
it.
steps.
It's all about baby steps
like,
as well.
If you want to be able to travel,
and influencers, half of them, they get it free. So don't go and kill yourself.
Yeah.
And you want to go on holiday. I've recently noticed a lot of the Ghanaians are going to Maldives and Zanzibar. But I noticed that a lot of them are getting brand deals.
Yeah.
So don't
and guess what? They started by going to Cape Coast or Takoradi. Like, it started small in Ghana. So if you want to be able to travel, if you're young and you want to be able to travel one day, like to Europe, wherever, America, start by visiting like places in Ghana.
If you want it for free, that is.
If you want it for free in the future.
Because it's not cheap.
It's not.
I was looking at holiday destinations for my entire family, and after that I gave up.
No, holidays are expensive. It's very expensive.
Yeah.
I
think those who live in Europe, there's so many deals to travel within Europe or within the rest of the world, except in Africa.
Yeah.
So I think, like, even if you're in London and you wanted to go to France, you can get a no-frill train ticket or a plane for up to as low as £20.
Yeah.
You know, to go to Paris. But for us, we live in Ghana. Even if for us to go to, forget Togo, because Togo we can go by road.
I want to go to Ivory Coast.
It costs a lot.
Like $500, $600.
Yes.
By economy, Emirates.
I went to Dakar last year, and I bought my ticket 2 weeks before the time I was going. And my ticket was around $1,500, about $1,500. And
this is economy?
Economy. I was going to pay business, girl.
But that's like a flight to America.
And then a few friends who were also going to the same place bought their ticket, I think maybe a week before or maybe a couple of days. They paid $2,200 economy. You don't even want to know how much the business class was. You don't want to know.
Wow.
Yeah. So I just wish...
so is this soft or is it soft or is it hard?
So I mean, I just wish people can be more transparent, you know, but a lot of people are always showing the best.
I mean, that's what everyone should.
I have 3 children. I have a lot of responsibility, so I can't live that lifestyle. But I just wish people would be more transparent and just be more honest, so we know what we are looking out for.
I mean, to be fair, like, people live with their partners, so like joining finances to do stuff is a bit easier. People live with families that can afford it, so like families chipping in makes it a bit easier for some. But if you are by yourself and you know that you actually cannot afford these things, like
even I think the by yourself ones can afford it more, because
so?
When you have a family of 5.
No, like when you're married, so it's not just you like catering for your trip. It's a joint effort, so it makes it a bit easier. Obviously, if you have to pay for a hotel room, and it's 2 of you, shared finances. 100%. So it makes it a little bit easier.
100%. But I'll tell you one thing. Like whenever I travel with my children, you know, we barely use public transport because we have 5 to 6 of us. Yeah. So we just rent a car or get an Uber. It works out cheaper for me. But if you're single, you can jump onto public transport, and it's quicker, and you know, it's much cheaper.
Yeah.
Same thing like with traveling. Like there are hotels that there's no frills. Like it's easy to get your backpack, not literally backpack, but get your backpack and then go on a trip, because there's so many cool deals you can find. But when you have a family, you're thinking about so many things, about security, thinking about family, child friendly or family friendly. There's so many things that gets involved, and the numbers become it becomes more expensive. So being single, And if you have a community of people who are into your interest, there's always a way around it, I think.
And I feel like, again, back to social media, people are showing the best things. Like, people are not actually living the soft life that they say they are living.
But the truth is that who wants to put the worst on social media?
Yeah.
That's blatant facts. I mean, social media is a snippet of your lifestyle and it's an illusion. I mean, yes, you do have people who their content is about sad things that are happening, but most of the time, it's just people sharing the best of their life.
Okay.
That's what I think. I mean, look up between us. How many pictures do you take before you post?
100.
You do not post the worst picture, do you?
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
So, but I just want people to know that it's an illusion. So we shouldn't get caught up. We are inspired. I mean, a lot of information I get these days is through social media. But I think you just need to be able to vet which is good and which isn't, or who you find that are more genuine and who aren't, isn't it?
And I also follow people who are in your finance brackets. So
No. Finance bracket can be a lie. People
no,
live
but you
it.
see,
People
I
live
wouldn't
it.
follow. Not like I wouldn't follow, but like I wouldn't get into someone whose lifestyle is who is in a private jet. It's like
It's aspirational. You
I
can
get
follow
that, but you see,
someone.
because
It doesn't mean
because I know myself and I know that it's possible for me to be easily influenced. I'll follow those who live lives where I can like relate to in a certain way.
So those are the kind of people that I will get involved in. I mean, I see
Okay.
She lives
people.
such a beautiful, luxurious life, aspirational. So I think for me, it's generally like being more discerning in. I mean, because I'm also in the space, I know what is pretentious and like what's actually real.
100%.
Yeah, I think because I'm also in Ghana, and the things that I see on social media, I don't have access to. No matter how much I like it, maybe in the moment I can't buy it. So maybe that's what saves me. Because if I were abroad, if I had money, I probably would
And their
have
credit cards.
I probably
We'll just
would be
go
shopping
crazy.
like crazy. And also, we took a break, but Sasha was basically saying that, especially the fashion influencers,
You people.
trust me.
You make us buy things that doesn't fit well, too heavy, and
Yeah, mind you, lots of people wear stuff and return it. So they can go on holiday wearing so many pretty clothes and they'll go back to their countries and return them. Not everybody, but I'm just saying that these things actually exist.
exactly.
Yeah,
so you just need to be careful. As you said, be careful who you follow. But me, I follow everybody. And if I find your personality interesting, your background is latter, because I'm drawn to their personality. I feel like even though social media is an illusion, I think there's always something special about them. People that I'm drawn to. And for me, I usually follow a lot of people. I'm still like, I like, as she said, home. I like food. I like holiday destinations. I love fashion news. And I love beauty, anything to do with beauty, skincare.
Wellness.
I love that as well. So it really varies.
What advice do you give for someone who wants to live a soft life? Like, what examples do you give, like, that you do now that makes you feel like you're living a soft life?
For me, soft life is even having time with God, making
important.
time, not just praying, but like just making time to go to Bible class, because it's a weekday. So a lot of friends want to join, and when I tell them it's a Tuesday at 10 a.m., they're like, I have work. So even for me to having that luxury to be able to leave work and go for Bible class, for me is soft life, because I enjoy it. I'm in the midst of all these old women, so wise, and I feel like cool when I'm with them. And and for me, soft life is just living a simple life, and being true to myself, always going back into my bank account and seeing what I have and not living above my means, and just enjoy my kids and my family at home.
I think for me,
holiday, dear, we all like it, but that's not always. So, since it's not always, these are basic soft life. Just even my skincare, I love skincare. I love my whole skincare routine. I like trying new products. So just as I said before, doing my skincare, going to spas, tidying up my wardrobe, lying in nice clean bed linens, stuff like that, making sure my bed sheets are changed every week, clean towels when you've had your bath. Those things are my soft life. On that note, Hope you guys enjoyed this conversation, and do share. Do let us know what your comments are and what your soft life is and what did you take from this conversation. And would like to say thank you to our sponsor,
Blue Nan. Thank you, Blue Nan, for sponsoring this episode.
Thank you, Blue Nan. It tastes amazing. I love it. I'm ordering some for my house. And it's such a really interesting bottle with the sparkly gold in it.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And don't forget to follow us on all our social media handles, which is our IG, YouTube,
Spotify, and Apple
Podcast. And thank you once again for making time to listen to us. Take care. Bye.
Bye, guys.